So you've got your tour, activity, or excursion booked and you have a pickup at a Waikiki hotel, but it's not at your specific hotel. In today's video, we're going to show you the most popular pickup locations for Waikiki, starting here at the Moana Hotel, which is just on the outside of Waikiki. So there's two main entrance points here. We are now on Mahukona Street. So if your tour, activity, excursion, or pickup says Mahukona Street for the Moana Hotel, it's typically here, right here where this loading zone is that you can see in red. There's a fire hydrant. There's a bus here also doing pickups. The place to my right-hand side is the Moana Shopping Center. So this whole area here is typically for pickups. Again, if you're getting picked up at the Mahukona Street side entrance, which is the side street here, which is marked off by this red sidewalk area for pickups and drop-offs. There's also a second pickup location. So we're gonna go right around the corner here to the Moana Hotel. And then just here on the front, this is their valet entrance for the Moana Hotel. So if your pickup says valet entrance, it's typically gonna be right here in this main area where you can see the taxis and other pickups and drop-offs just over here on the right and the left-hand side. Oh, hello, hi, hello. So this main entrance out here. So again, Mahukona Street side is gonna be the side entrance, and then out here is gonna be the valet entrance of the hotel. And now on to our next pickup location. Another popular Waikiki hotel pickup location is the Prince Waikiki. As for some points of reference, the street directly in front of me is Moana Boulevard, and over there across the bridge is Moana Shopping Center. So we'll show you what that pickup point looks like. Typically for the Prince Waikiki, most of the time the activities will be on the harbor side entrance, but again, make sure you double check your tour or activity ticket to make sure it does specify for the harbor side entrance. Over here to my right-hand side is the harbor that we were talking about. There's some Biki stations over here, and if you haven't been to this hotel before, you can check out our hotel walkthrough series where we show you different hotels within the Waikiki area. And soon we'll also be heading to Ko'olina as well as the North Shore to show you a few other properties too. So for this hotel, as I mentioned, it's the Prince Waikiki and you want to be on the harbor side. Again, assuming that your tour pickup specifically specifies the harbor side. So we're going to show you the front of the hotel and then we'll cross over here so you can kind of see what that looks like. So this area right over here to my right-hand side where it says bus stop, some of the more popular pickup locations. All this area right here where the sidewalk is marked in red for pickups and drop-offs. And then here is essentially the front entrance of the hotel for the Prince Waikiki where their valet entrance is. So again, typically if you have a Prince Waikiki pickup with a harbor side entrance pickup, it's gonna be in this area with again the harbor directly in front of you. To give you guys another vantage point of what this pickup location looks like, this is the Prince Waikiki, and this area right here is the harbor side entrance of the hotel. And then over here on the left where the sidewalk is painted in red, this is the pickups and drop-offs area. So you see these two vehicles over here that are white. This is typically where your pickups will be. But again, always double check your tour activity pickup information to make sure that if it is a pickup at the Prince Waikiki, that it does specify the harbor side entrance because there are a few different entrances. So again, Prince Waikiki, harbor side entrance of the hotel. And now on to the next one. Another popular Waikiki hotel pickup location is the Ilikai Hotel. As for some points of reference, the street directly in front of me is Moana Boulevard, and there's also three huge flagpoles that are right here on the right-hand side. If you have any hotel pickups that are here at the Ilikai Hotel, it'll typically be here at the Moana Boulevard side or it'll be at the valet side. So just double check with your tour activity pickup details that are on your ticket if they have you at a valet pickup or here by the flagpoles. Another popular pickup location is the Modern Honolulu. The hotel directly behind me is the Modern Honolulu. Typically they'll pick up in this area over here on this side street. So just to give you a point of reference, the street directly in front of me is Moana Boulevard, and typically for any modern pickups, they'll always pick up on the side street. But again, always double check your tour activity pickup information that's on your ticket. We are here at Hotel Croix for another hotel pickup. This street that you see directly behind me is Olohana Street, and the street over here is Kuhio Avenue. There's two main entrances for the hotel. Most hotel pickups will be here on the Olohana Street side. There's a trolley stop right over here where pickups will typically be, but double check on your ticket to see if your tour pickup is either on the Olohana Street side or Kuhio side. And now for our next pickup location. We're here at the Ritz Hotel. So this hotel has one main entrance point. This is the valet entrance. This is the intersection of Kalaimoku and Kuhio. So this street right here that we're running right beside is Kalaimoku, and then the two-way street that's up ahead is Kuhio Avenue. Some activities will pick up on either side, so just double check if you're again on the Kalaimoku side or at the Kuhio side. If you're coming here in the afternoon, there's also a restaurant here, Dean and DeLuca, which has a really nice, cute bakery, and they also have really good drinks as well, coffee, teas, and so forth. And now we're on to our next pickup, the Trump International Hotel. So for some vantage points, the Trump International Hotel is here. Right across from us is Fort DeRussy, and there's also the post office, which is on Saratoga Road on the far left-hand side. If your pickup is here at the Trump Hotel, it can be in a few different entrance points. However, if your pickup says Trump International Hotel, Saratoga Road, this is the Saratoga Road side of the hotel. There's the valet entrance, which is over here, and some hotel pickups are going to be curbside right in front of the hotel sign, which is right over here. So as you can see, it says the name of the hotel right here. And then some hotel pickups are going to be farther down at the trolley stop. So if you look a little bit farther down on the left-hand side, there's a trolley stop area right past this main driveway. So we won't go quite that far, but just to kind of show you what it looks like, in that area over there is the Trump Hotel trolley stop, which can also be a hotel pickup here in Waikiki. And now we're on to our next popular Waikiki hotel pickup. For our next Waikiki hotel pickup, we are here at the Hokulani Hotel, which is on Lure Street. Hokulani Hotel, not to be confused with Halekulani Hotel, which is a different hotel entirely on Kalia Road. So if you have a hotel pickup here, just to give you some points of reference, across the street from you will be Starbucks. There's a P.F. Chang's restaurant and the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center. Behind me, we've got the First Hawaiian Bank, and then over here we've got some stores like the ABC store. There's also a set of 2 escalators here, so if your pickup is here and you're told Hokulani Hotel on Lure Street, typically the pickup would be right here by the escalators, curbside on the street level. Don't go upstairs, they won't come get you. Typically street level, again, for Hokulani on Lure Street. On to our next pickup. And now we're on to our next pickup location, which is the Ross store on Seaside Avenue. As for some points of reference, this street right here is Seaside. This main street is Kalakaua Avenue. There's the H&M store behind me, and then a little bit farther down is the Ross. So if we head a little bit farther down here, there's a crosswalk that you can cross here. There's an ABC store if you want to get snacks or sundries. And then to my left-hand side is the Waikiki Shopping Plaza. And then over there, across from me at my 2 o'clock is the Ross store. So we'll go ahead and walk that way. If you haven't been to a Ross store before, especially for this one here, it's a good place if you want to grab some inexpensive souvenirs, clothes that you might have forgotten when you were traveling, or even some snorkel gear. They do have a small section for luggage if you need extra luggage to fly back home, or if you just wanted to pick up, again, some souvenirs for Hawaii. And this area to my right, it actually connects over to Duke's Lane. So they have smaller kiosks just like this one where you can buy some souvenirs, t-shirts, other bric-a-brac just down this area here. And this is a donut store. It's closed right now, but this little spot here has really, really good donuts, holy grail. So the pickup point we're coming to is right here, the Ross. So again, just for some points of reference, we have the Ross store here, 333 Seaside Avenue is their address, and this street right here is going to be the Seaside Avenue. If you have any pickups, again, for Ross on Seaside Avenue, it's going to be typically just here where this gray van is right now. And on to our next pickup location. And now for our next pickup location, we're here at the Moana Surfrider Hotel. And for some points of reference, the street directly in front of me is Kalakaua Avenue, and then at my 2 o'clock is the Hyatt Regency Hotel. If your pickup for your tour activity is here at the Moana Surfrider, it's typically one of 2 places. It's either going to be over here by the valet entrance right by the stairs, or if you're told curbside's going to be right here by the sidewalk, and you'll be in front of the 4 big pillars. It's super important to make sure that you're in the center by the 4 big pillars, because the Moana Surfrider Hotel, it extends for quite a ways. Sometimes guests can miss the pickup if they're a bit farther down instead of in the middle by the 4 pillars. Again, this is something to make sure to double check whenever you have a tour or activity pickup, if your pickup for the Moana Surfrider is curbside in front of the 4 pillars. And to find this out, you can always double check your activity ticket, or you can also call the vendor to double check your exact pickup location if it is the Moana Surfrider Hotel. And now on to the next tour pickup location. So for our next hotel pickup location, we're heading over to the Hyatt Regency Hotel. And for some points of reference, this main street here is Kalakaua Avenue. And if you see the Urban Outfitters here on the corner with these 2 towers, this is the Hyatt Regency Hotel. The Hyatt Regency will typically have one of 2 pickup locations. The more popular pickup location is going to be on Koa Avenue, which is the back entrance of the hotel. And there is a green awning right behind the Hyatt Regency Hotel. So we're going to keep going down this main entrance point here. So these 2 towers here is the Hyatt Regency Hotel. And then over here is the ABC store. And this side street that we're going to turn down here is going to be Koa Avenue. As for some other vantage points, again, this is the Hyatt Regency Hotel. Over here across the street is the Sheraton Princess Kailani Hotel, which we'll also do a hotel walkthrough here shortly. But for the actual pickup details, we're going to go right around this corner. Now, as I mentioned, for the Hyatt Regency pickup, there's 2 main pickup locations. Typically, it'll be on Koa Avenue, as you can see from the street sign here. You'll go farther down midway through where the green awning is, and I'll show you what that looks like. So it's also important to double check to make sure if your pickup is at the Hyatt Regency, it is at the Koa Avenue entrance by the green awning, because as you can see, the street itself for Koa Avenue is a very long street. Typically, the buses or tours will pick up wherever they can here. They'll park here and they'll send their driver or escort farther down to the green awning, which is in the center. This is super important because if you're waiting here, or farther down, you can potentially miss your tour pickup because most pickups will be at the green awning, and we'll show you what that looks like. We're still walking. It's a long way. I always tell guests to make sure to do a dry run of all your pickups. It might seem closer on Google Maps, but it's always smart to double check your pickup location so you know exactly how far away it is. And then this is the green awning that I had mentioned earlier. And as you can see, lots of tour pickups here. This green awning is huge. And then there's some steps here, and then there's also seating area in here. But it's really important to note, if your pickup is going to be here at the Hyatt Regency at the green awning, make sure that you're waiting curbside outside. Don't go inside where the seating area is. Typically, they won't always come get you for your hotel pickup. Again, you want to be curbside if you can, right by the Hyatt Regency Koa Avenue green awning. We'll go a little bit farther down to show you how far this goes, and it's in the afternoon right now, just to show you how busy it can get. So as we're walking down, you see how busy this entire area can be. And then for the afternoon, they'll typically have pickups for luau's, dinner cruises, other tours and activities, but we're still, as you can see, the street, it goes for quite a ways for Koa Avenue. So again, as you can see, Koa Avenue is still a long street. That's why most tours and activities will again reference that green awning in the middle. If you're waiting here or farther down, you are technically on Koa Avenue. However, if you miss your tour pickup and you're told the green awning, you will miss your pickup. So we're gonna go to our second entrance point of the Hyatt Regency Hotel, which is on Ulu New Street. So we'll head that way right now. So again, this intersection is gonna be the intersection of Koa Avenue, and this street here is Ulu New Street. We'll go right around this corner. And this is the Ulu New Street entrance. So this here is their main Ulu New Street entrance. For the front entrance, it says Hyatt Regency here. This is their valet entrance, and pickups can be in this area too. Again, most pickups to the Hyatt Regency are typically at Koa Avenue. If your tour activity pickup for the Hyatt Regency doesn't specify Koa Avenue or Ulu New, it's not a bad idea to double check with the tour activity vendor to see which side of the street you should be on, because if you're waiting here and your pickup is actually at Koa Avenue, you've missed your tour pickup and typically you won't be refunded. So it's always good to check. Again, Hyatt Regency, 2 pickup locations, Ulu New Street and Koa Avenue. On to the next one. For our next pickup location, it is the Duke statue. So Duke statue, which is just here behind me, is here on Kalakaua Avenue. So we'll go a little bit farther down to where the actual pickup typically will be. So just for some references, we're right across the street from the Hyatt Regency Hotel. There's the Waikiki Police Station over here. And then this area here where this yellow fire hydrant is, there's signage for this that will say trolley stop for Waikiki Trolley. So if your tour or activity pickup says Duke Statue Trolley Stop, again, Duke Statue is right over there, trolley stop right over here, and this street that's directly in front of me is Kalakaua Avenue. Again, more points of reference. Hyatt Regency is in front of us. The Waikiki Police Station is also in front of us over there as well. And now on to our next pickup. And for our next Waikiki pickup location, we're here at the Waikiki Beach Marriott Hotel. The Marriott has 2 different pickup locations. Most tour buses will pick up here on Hokulani Avenue, where you see this gold bus over here. They'll pick up in this area here or right here curbside as well. So again, this is the Hokulani Avenue entrance. We'll head up this way. So just to kind of show you what this area looks like, if you go inside of the Marriott Hotel, there is some seating area in here, not very much, but there is some. However, for your pickup for any tours or activities, don't ever wait inside the hotel. Always wait outside curbside, either in this valet area or again, curbside where that second gold bus is. We'll head over this way a little bit farther down just to kind of show you a little bit more about the area. The hotel directly across from us is the Hyatt Place. If you watch the last clip, there's some pickups that you can do for tours and activities from the Hyatt Regency Hotel, not to be confused with the Hyatt Place or Hyatt Centrics. There's 3 different Hyatts in Waikiki, so you always want to make sure to double check. Same thing for this one. This is the Waikiki Beach Marriott, not to be confused with the Courtyard by Marriott. And so This is their signage. You can see tour buses here. Uber, Lyft, rideshare will typically be on this side entrance. We're gonna head over to the valet entrance on the other side of the hotel, which is Ohua Avenue. We're still here at the Waikiki Beach Marriott Hotel. However, this valet entrance is on Ohua Avenue. So Waikiki Beach Marriott again has two main pickup points, either at the tour bus depot entrance on Hokulani or the valet entrance, which is here at Ohua. Whenever you check your tour activity pickup or voucher, make sure to double check to see which pickup location you're set at, the Hokulani tour bus depot or here at the valet entrance on Ohua Avenue. And now for our next pickup location, it is the Alohilani Resort. And for some points of reference, the street directly in front of me is Kalakaua Avenue, and this side street here is Ilikai Avenue. There is a McDonald's right over here. There's a Momo-san restaurant as well. So we're gonna head to the two main pickup locations. For Alohilani Resort, if you have a tour or activity pickup here, it will typically be at one of two locations, either the Alohilani Resort Valet or it'll be Alohilani Resort curbside at Ilikai Avenue. As with all pickup locations, you want to double check which one your tour activity is picked up at. And you can do this by checking your tour activity voucher or calling the vendor that you've booked with. So we'll head to the first location, so their valet entrance. So we'll head to the valet and then we'll cut across so you can see what the Ilikai Avenue entrance looks like as well. This is a really nice property, super gorgeous. They're one of the few properties that have a really nice infinity pool. So this area here is their valet. So again, depending on your tour, you might have valet pickup or you might have curbside pickup. So if your tour or activity pickup is at the valet entrance, there is some seating area right over here. There's some chairs, sofas, and lounge areas in this section right over here. So you could always sit here, and then we'll cut across to the curbside pickup. So again, pickup is here, valet, or right across, right over here. And now for the second area for pickups is the Alohilani Resort for Ilikai Avenue. So here is Ilikai Avenue. And again, the street farther down where we were just walking from is Kalakaua Avenue, and the ocean is right over here. So pickups can be in this area right over here, Ilikai Avenue. This is the Royal Star bus, typically for the Star of Honolulu dinner cruise. That's passing by just over here. So depending on which one your hotel pickup is, always make sure to double check if you should be waiting at the valet side by the seating and chairs or curbside. And again, you can find this information on your tour or activity ticket, or you could also call the vendor or whichever company that you booked with. And now on to the next one. So now for our next pickup location, we're here at the Twin Fin, which is formerly the Aston Waikiki Beach Resort. This intersection that we're at is the intersection of Kalakaua Avenue, and this street here is Hokulani Avenue. So a few other spots, some other restaurants that are inside of the Twin Fin include Tiki's, which is on the top floor. There's also Wolfgang Puck Express, there's a Coconuts and Shave Ice spot, and a few other eateries. There's also an ABC store on the ground level. Typically, the pickup on Hokulani Avenue will be just here curbside. You see this black van that's over here. That would be the main area. Typically in the morning, this whole area is full of lots of people for morning tours, such as Pearl Harbor tours or island tours. And then later in the evening, it also gets really busy for luau's, dinner cruises, and so forth. There's also seating area directly over there. However, typically for most pickups, for the Twin Fin, it will typically be Hokulani Avenue curbside. So just so you don't miss your pickup, double check your tour or activity voucher ticket to see if your pickup is on Hokulani curbside, because if it is, pickup would be here where this bus is right over here. And that concludes our walking tour of the 15 most common Waikiki hotel pickups here in Waikiki. On to the next video.